So, yes, so the next song that we're going to be talking about is going to be performing in second position, and this is going to be from Estonia. Now, Estonia will be resending Uku Suviste, and he will be, instead of singing What Love Is, which is a 2020 entry, he will be singing The Lucky One. And I think he really was the lucky one because Estilal was such a strong year this year. And I'm very glad that he's gotten his chance to sort of show off again. If you haven't heard The Lucky One, have a listen to it now.
I can see there's something in me. I might be the lucky one. I don't need a crystal ball to show me. Baby, explain that you don't know me. When it comes to you, I'm better off alone.
Okay, so Uku may be the lucky one because he got to represent Estonia this year, but I think the Eurovision fans may be the unlucky ones having to hear this song. This is just, it's better than What Love Is, but it still doesn't really go anywhere. And this semi-final is a little bit unpredictable because there's a couple of entries there's quite a few entries that I personally find quite weak, and I don't think this is hopeless because it's in this semi, and I just don't know what to think about that. And I don't think I'm going to comment anymore because I don't want to be mean.
It's all right. I'm here to be mean. It's my 39th place of the year. Uku Suviste is racist, and I do not want this song to do very well.
I just love how whenever it comes to anyone problematic, Rosie's just like, no, I'm not talking about them.
I have every year I have a little section at the bottom of my ranking reserved for problematic artists. 2017 got tough.
That's a year that many people won't speak of, that I will speak of, so it's fine. No, okay, so yeah, so I was a little bit kind of concerned, I guess, when we found out that Uku was offered a chance to represent Estonia again. I mean, of course, it's fantastic on the broadcaster's part because, you know, we like to see broadcasters sticking by their artists, and it's something that we've talked about very regularly on this podcast. I am very concerned of how this is going to do. I think following a country like San Marino and kind of going before the next song, which we'll be talking about in a little bit, it's going to get lost on the stage. And I don't know whether or not Estonia tends to do this thing where a little bit like Sweden, in the sense where it doesn't really come up with any new staging, but rather just sort of adapts it. And personally, I'm not entirely sure whether some floating chains is going to be enough to keep Uku here, or like keep him within any kind of chance of qualifying, which is a shame. Because the song itself is not entirely terrible. It's a competent entry, and you know, of course, that's what we like to see. I just don't know whether or not the delivery is going to be any good, and I'm just a little bit concerned. And we've made it quite clear on this podcast. Well, you know, there were a lot of other entries that we would have preferred, but we have to make do with what we have. And yeah, I think that's the only way to sum it up, is just eh. And if that's the overall feeling of a song, I don't see this doing that well, which is a shame.
Like, you kind of see my thoughts on this semi when I'm turning around and saying, I don't think this is chanceless. And that kind of sums up some of my thoughts on this semi in general. But I think we'll see a lot more as we go on, especially in our second half episode.
This could
I was
really
reading a Reddit thread the other day about how can we get songs that are possibly lower in the chances of qualifying to qualify with staging, and someone suggested that Uku just takes his shirt off.
Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he is a shag, but
he's a racist shag.
Shag.
I mean, I wouldn't say no. but it'd be it'd be a bit like the wrong place.
Yeah.
It'd only be a one night thing.
You be mindful though. You could end up with
Text him in the
your head
morning.
chopped off.
Oh no, it'd be him. It would be him.
Oh God. Anyway, enough with our dirty minds. We'll move swiftly on.